Reincarnation anime, that's what today's video is all about. I plan to shine the spotlight into some more underrated reincarnation anime series for you guys to enjoy, since it's one of those popular genres, but a few series are very underwatched and need your attention. But after this video is over, go give them a try. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us begin.
なんだよって魔物の死骸せっかく転生させてもらったんだあんな風に死んでたまるか俺は絶対今度の人生では
We're gonna kick things off with the unlucky, boring job of a salaryman guy who was about to get the promotion he had always wanted, until it was too late and he died and fell on the floor. But a second chance was given to him to live life in another world as a young teenager with special healing powers. Healers are very rare of a resource, and some people may exploit him for money. So he decides to join a guild for healers and learns about the potential of his powers. He registers as an adventurer to get stronger and improve his abilities to one day become the strongest healer this world has ever seen. And I guess you may figure out what ends up happening for him. The mightiest and the strongest exorcist the world has ever seen is dying. What a shocker. But he recasts upon himself a secret reincarnation technique and vows to become better on his next journey in life. Now, he is reborn as Seika, the son of a noble family, and this world has even magic. Yet, Seika can't even use magic and does have all his exorcist skills and also monster summons that he had captured and tamed in his previous life, which is pretty cool. But upon besting his brother in battle, his father decides to send him to a very prestigious academy to explore the true limits and potential and to get better in his power. This here is actually one of my favorite reincarnation anime that is underwatched by so many people, but man, is it executed perfectly. Parallel World Pharmacy is about a world-class medical researcher that dies and reincarnates into a young man named Falma, the son of an esteemed family that specializes in medicine. Falma has a very unique divine art that lets him create and reduce any substance of its chemical properties, meaning he can make things this world is incapable of making, curing illnesses never been cured before, which is insane. But since only nobles have access to medical care, Falma wishes to open up his own pharmacy in another world for even commoners to have access to and share the care equally to everyone. Now imagine going to another world and becoming the most boring, worthless protagonist that sits there awaiting their destiny.
当たりが出たらもう一本無敵の自動販売機の誕生だまたね
Reborn as a vending machine is... it's okay at best, I guess you could say that, but it's about this guy who dies by falling with a vending machine after trying to save it for some reason off the road, and now he becomes one himself. He can't really move, sits there doing nothing the whole series, and he only gets moved around by a very strong girl and tells people that buying stuff from this machine makes you level up and get stronger thanks to its refreshments that it's selling. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Underrated, but extremely heavy on the slice of life that not much happens in terms of action. We have a 20-year-old shut-in that was summoned to another world by a goddess who gives him a second chance at life. She grants him overpowered abilities that can be measured when he reaches level 2. but then he meets a giant wolf that became his maid as a family decides to take him in and take care of him. He is so beyond overpowered that he practices magic by himself away from his family, and only his sister Charlotte knows just how strong he really is. But while he prefers to sit at home and watch anime, he will have to use his powers to keep his new family safe from harm in this kingdom. This is a very interesting underrated reincarnation anime that takes place in an Otome game that you guys may enjoy watching.
Mom, brother, all my friends.
Cut short is the future that I foresee.
I get it.
A girl was reborn into a character named Raeliana, a character that has a small role in the game that she used to play with not much going on for her. But she led a very carefree life until she falls in the hands of her fiancé, which may lead to her doom of a life. But now what she does next actually is pretty damn cool. She goes to the Duke and strikes a deal that he must act as her new fiancé, and in return, she won't expose his secrets. Because after all, she knows all about him from the game. So, this should be in her favor. It should be easy, right? We'll see about that.
英雄とは人に言われてなるようなものではない。自らの意志と行いによってそう呼ばれるようになるものだ。
The hero that dedicated his life to saving the country is about to die, goodness me. But a goddess then appeared before him to grant his final wish, and what he wanted was to master the blade. But now Ignis is reborn as a female character and discovers that he is runeless and is not able to use magic in this new world. So, instead of becoming a knight, which was his ultimate goal, he'll become a squire for her cousin, which will focus on pushing Ignis to his limits. The path to becoming an extraordinary squire will now begin. This is one of the most underrated reincarnation anime that you all really should be checking out when you get the chance. Reborn into a loving family, Themicia looked like she was having the best childhood until the day came where she was being tested for her stars and it was discovered she was starless. Now society considers those without stars will bring misfortune, and now her parents end up hating her and the village ends up kicking her out. But now Themicia is a lonely traveler as a young girl, scouring around trash to find bits and pieces to get food and survive, until she finds a rare slime creature that joins her journey as she becomes a beast tamer.
光ってる。これって魔力なのかも。魔力って何？そうか。
Imagine you got yourself a 30-year-old man attempting to become a wizard in reality, which is pretty much impossible. But he suddenly loses his life and is finally reborn into a world with the possibility of being able to use magic and cast some spells. Alas, though, the world he is in has no magic at all. And if it doesn't exist, he might as well try and create it. Shion then discovers that magical energy does indeed exist, so he spends time studying it until he can finally uncover its wonders. But the whole anime pretty much focuses on the quest to create magic, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So definitely go check it out.
What the hell? That's frickin' bats! Got me! Hurry and run ahead!
On it!
John Casey, get the shield! Got it! Evil Eye!
And now finally to recommend the very last anime in today's video list, Remonster is what I have to end the video with. This is a story of how a guy reincarnates another world into a goblin tribe, starting as a baby, to slowly evolving and leveling up rapidly due to a mysterious evolution that strike them that allowed this goblin to level up rapidly and grow in strength to the point of becoming overpowered. But not only does he defend his tribe from danger, but he also helps them grow in strength through feeding them and also getting as many females for, love purposes. Yes, the protagonist does indeed have a harem in this one. that is the end of the Reincarnation anime series. Back to the real world you go and to your original body. But if you did enjoy, then please do drop a like to show your support and subscribe to stay notified of all my latest uploads here on YouTube. Take care everyone, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one.